Hi, I'm Shalane from TSC Tuition, and today I'll be addressing a common question about 1984. One of the questions that I've been asked quite a few times over the last couple of weeks about 1984 is what is actually going on in Oceania. It seems what is quite confusing for some students is whether or not Oceania and the world at large is really at war with each other. Now, we don't know for sure, and that's really the point. We know that the government in Oceania controls all the information. So they've set up all these new ministries, they've created Newspeak, they control all the propaganda. There's no other source of information that citizens have access to, and because we see the story through Winston's perspective, we also don't really get to see the truth of what really is going on. So whatever Winston knows, that's what we know. We're not privy to a wider source of information that Orwell gives us. So since Winston is told that the world is at war, we can only assume that this is information that the government has given to its citizens and therefore to us, and we cannot be absolutely sure if that is true or not. Now, it might be that Oceania might not even encompass all these different bits of the world as we know it. Because there is no alternative source of information, we cannot trust any bit of, or every bit of information that the government tells Winston and to its citizens at large. Part of why the government controls information in this way and chooses to tell its citizens that they are all at war is because it gives them a humongous degree of control over its citizens. If the citizens are kept in fear of, spies, the world war going on, that there is imminent danger around the corner and therefore we must be alert but not alarmed, to quote the Australian slogan from quite a few years ago, the citizens are more willing to submit themselves to an invasion of their privacy and the curtailing of their human rights and freedom. And we see the same thing happening today. If we're scared about terrorists, if we're scared about bombs going off, if we're scared about these lone wolf attacks, we are far more likely to put up with things that we might not normally put up with. So for example, if you're in a lockdown situation, for example, and the police are telling you there's a madman out there, we all have to stay inside until this problem is taken care of, until this danger has passed, we are more likely to say, you know what, you're right, I should probably stay inside, even though I should have absolutely every right to go outside whenever I want. But because I'm scared for my safety, I am far more likely to say, you know what, that's fine, I will follow your orders, I will stay inside after 9 o'clock, etc., etc., until the danger has passed. Now, what has happened in the state of Oceania is that the government has told its citizens that we have a world war going on, there are spies everywhere, bombs could drop on us in any second, and therefore we have to put in all these measures to make sure that doesn't happen. And these measures that they've put in is Newspeak, they've controlled information, they're surveilling the state, etc., etc. And its citizens are quite happy to put up with that as long as they feel that it's justified, which means that, as long as they feel that there is that danger that if these surveillance states don't happen, we could very well be in danger of being invaded, having spies amongst us, having bombs dropped on us, etc., etc., that there could be an outbreak of world war once more. And that's why these citizens in Oceania are willing to subject themselves to all these taking away of their human rights and freedoms. And we, as readers, we don't get to see any other sources of information because there is none. realistically, for people like Winston, there is no other source of information. So we are put in that same boat of doubting, of being unsure of what is really going on. And, we think about, oh, well, maybe it is justified that, they do need to sort of surveil the state because, there might be spies. But the truth is we don't know. And that really is the whole point. So I hope that was helpful. As always, please contact me if you'd like some one-to-one tutoring. I'm in Nunawading in Victoria. Or if you'd like someone to come to where you are and you're in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, I can also send someone out to you. Like and subscribe to all my social media channels to get access to all my regular tips and updates to getting your best English ATAR. Thanks for watching.